Yeah, fuck it, I guess.
Welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 5. The boys had a interesting weekend. Chris was hot all weekend with his picks. I actually didn't check up on Ryan Michaels' picks. I didn't do terrible. Said I don't know about you. Let's get into it. Chris, let's hear about those
Wasn't.
picks.
Yeah, Chris,
Four
what
and
did you get?
one, 4-1, 4-1. The people at home are keeping track. That puts me at 6-4 overall. I went 2-3 the first week, second week, 4-1. Lions money line, Steelers to cover, Dodgers over in game 3 was 6-2, so they had 8. Ohio State at 68.5. They finished at 69. Nice. And then Oklahoma State, I had -3.5, and unfortunately, it finished at -3. So I missed that by 0.5 point, and that's just the way she goes. But I was hot. I love it. I'm just sipping a lot of Kool-Aid over here. I'm just taking it in, and I'm just sipping a lot of Kool-Aid.
Dude, I wish my picks went well. I went 1-5 this weekend.
Not a surprise.
I did take some hard picks. I mean, come on, let's be honest. The little Chelsea United.
No, you did not. You just took not Real Madrid to beat Cadiz. Like that's your hard pick. That's a normal pick.
We're the kings of El Clasico, by the way. But anyways, I lost the United Chelsea because they tied 0-0. Leicester Arsenal, that's the one I hit. Okay. I was very happy by that. I honestly thought Arsenal was never going to win Leicester. I was very, very, very good about that. And then Wolves against Newcastle, they tied, so I lost that. And then Cowboys versus Washington, 25-3. Jesus Christ. I had the Cowboys to win, so.
Prayers out for Andy Dalton because he got absolutely murdered on that play.
Do you think Fitzpatrick should go to the Cowboys? That would be a nice little thing.
I don't think he will because I think if something happens to Tua, the Dolphins have a good backup. I also don't think that he should have gotten benched for Tua because he was hot.
He was hot, bro. He was playing so well. When I heard about, how he reacted when he heard that he was going to become the backup, he was heartbroken and he didn't understand that, but he'll talk to his people and see how he's going to move forward. I honestly thought he was going to be happy for Tua and all that. I mean, no blame on Tua because he didn't do anything here. He just, he played his role and upper management decided, hey, it's time for you to start because, he wasn't he our top pick? So yeah.
I don't know.
It's just sad. It's a loss for Fitzpatrick. I mean, he's been in the league for 17 years, and he hasn't gotten the credit he deserves, especially for carrying teams in his 17 years.
If I'm Fitzmagic, I'm livid. First of all, you're in the league for 17 years. I think he's played for like 12 different organizations or like an astronomical amount. It's like him and Josh McCown, who are still both in the league, have played for just crazy amounts of teams. He finally gets like the last, I'd probably say 2-3 years. He's been like solid for the Dolphins, whether it's in a backup starting role. And then you're 4 games into the season and you're pretty hot. You're out there making waves in the media game. You're helping the Dolphins out on multiple assets, and then he gets benched. So I'd be livid. I don't care if Tua's a young dude trying to come up. If I'm Fitzmagic, you're probably on your last maybe even season or 2. So I'm trying to play as much as possible and cash in on as many bonuses and contract perks that he can.
Right now, the Dolphins are 3-3, okay? And they're number 2 in the AFC East. AFC East behind the Buffalo Bills Mafia.
Bills Mafia, shout out Josh Allen. You do a lot for me on fantasy. Thank you. Appreciate it. But no, I agree. I think that he was benched when he won the last 3 games, I want to say he played Thursday nights against the Jags, won, and then maybe lost the next one like a heartbreaker, and then won the next 2. So he'd been playing well.
He won the last one by 0. I think it was like 23 or 25-0.
Love to see that.
Yeah, it was sexy. I mean, whoever had the Dolphins defense, Jesus Christ, they got big. So.
Chris, before we get into the Lions game, because that happened today. On Sunday.
Lucky one.
Can we just talk about the Wisconsin Badgers and how back one the Big Ten is, but how good the Wisconsin Badgers are going to be this year? I mean, come on.
Big Ten's back. Big for college football. Big for the states. Big for everybody. Gamblers United. All of it. Wisconsin, I think I originally kind of teased putting money on Illinois, right? Hand up. Not great. Not a great decision. Didn't actually put money on Illinois. But doesn't matter because Graham Mertz is positive for COVID. Word on the street. Hot word on the street. Has to quarantine for 21 days, which is 3 games, more or less.
Why
And
21 games?
21
Why so long?
days.
Oh,
There's
21.
still
Yeah, why
quarantine,
21
he's around
days?
so many people.
It's
Mm.
it's the Big Ten protocol, but he's
Yeah.
going back in tomorrow for to see if he gets a false positive, which would be huge. But he dropped his 21-inch penis, his dick, his cock on the Illinois defense the whole night.
Mm.
Yeah, and you know, nothing says prowess and stature than dropping like a lot of points on Illinois. Love
Yeah.
that.
Are they
Yeah,
even
come
ranked?
on. They're shit.
Hey, he was perfect in the first half. He went 20 of 21, and his only incompletion was a drop pass. He was
Yeah, I mean, it was
pretty much
impressive.
perfect.
He was very good.
Mm.
I'm not going to deny that, but I mean, you put him up against, I would say state, but Michigan State played like hot trash. Michigan seems like they actually have their quarterback this year. So you put him up against a Michigan or an Ohio State and he gets absolutely mollywopped. Not to mention, he just gave probably his whole offense COVID along
That's
with
good.
whatever subs.
Good.
So
So if
Wisconsin's going to start playing with third string players.
if Wisconsin
If not cancel their season. So
yeah, I mean, if Wisconsin, if most of the team gets COVID, do they cancel just the team or do they cancel?
Dude, here's the thing that's going to happen is
The whole
tomorrow it's
thing.
going to come out and it's going to say Graham Mertz was a false
Positive.
positive
Yeah,
because they
positive,
want
yeah.
him to play, and it's just the college. I mean, they're going to make money if they don't. It's a business. It's what universities are.
It is a business.
It's the same way
low-key
that
business.
it's the same way that Saban was able to, he tested positive on a Tuesday and he was able to coach on a Saturday.
Yeah, had
Yeah.
3 false positives in a
Yeah.
row.
Jesus.
Right.
You think they're hiding it?
Yikes.
Conspiracy theory. You think they're hiding
Well-
it? They actually are positive, but they're like, yo, you're gonna put false positive here and so that we can coach or so we
It's
can
not
play.
gonna. It said it's not
Ooh,
gonna
that
kill you
would-
because you're 21.
Yes.
You're 21 years old, so might as well go out and play and get everyone else positive, and then
Get
see how
it
they
over
handle it.
with.
We'll see how they handle it.
I don't know, man.
Wisconsin football is back. I listened to Jump Around probably 7 times before and after the game. Sang my heart out to Build Me Up Buttercup. Had to do it. It's just the way it goes, the way of the road. But Chris, the Lions.
Look at him with it. He's just smiling from ear to ear with that stupid Lions jersey.
I
Trying to be
mean,
a fake
besides
one,
absolutely
too.
getting blown up by the Packers, and they're going to get blown out again because the Packers are the best team in the NFC North, without a question.
Yeah, but
Lions look good today.
they lost against an actual good team, which was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So they play against the Detroit Michigans. You
The
know,
Detroit Lions.
the Detroit Lions, Michigans, whatever the
That
fuck it
hurts.
is. They might struggle like they did against the Bucks. You know, you never know.
They struggled with the Buccaneers because they couldn't run the ball.
And also Aaron Rodgers did
Jones
2
was out,
picks.
was he not?
Yeah, and Jamal Williams had like 17 carries for a good amount of yards. I just know he put up like 28 points in fantasy. So
Mm.
I mean, so we'll take this 2-prong here. Playing the Packers again, I wholeheartedly believe is going to be a different game.
true.
Mm.
The Packers haven't swept us in a season in, I mean, it's got to be close on verging 10 years, and that's no exaggeration. It's been a while. So there's that. That's in our favor. We played them week two.
Week 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I still don't think we're a good football team. Actually, that's a lie. We are. That's a lie. We just shut down Todd Gurley, right? And I would argue outside of Devontae Adams, Aaron
Todd
Jones
Gurley had, like,
Yeah, Todd Gurley did very
20
well.
carries for like 70 yards.
Yeah, okay. We shut him
2
down.
touchdowns.
Yeah, well, he should have had one if he was a smart, intelligent football player, but he's a dunce.
He got me 22 points in fantasy. Todd
That's
Gurley.
fine. We shut down the running game as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, have fun doing that against Aaron Jones.
You guys barely.
I would.
won.
Aaron
Come on.
Jones. Todd Gurley's better than Aaron Jones in that
Watch
scheme.
watch your damn mouth.
I mean, that's a hot take.
Watch
I
your
mean-
But it's just true.
watch
It's
your
just true.
dirty
Chris is
whore
not
mouth.
wrong. Chris is not
See?
wrong.
Look at him. He knows football.
Said you don't know
just-
football.
I know a lot of football. Okay, ask me anything, and I'll answer it. Yeah, exactly.
It's a bold
Run
move.
it.
Where do they kick off on the field? What yard
The
line?
60-yard line. 50-yard line. 50. 50. There we go.
It's the 35-yard line.
It's not
What?
It's
They
not,
kick off at the 35-yard line? Is that far
Yeah,
back?
yeah, bro.
Holy shit. Well, let me drink my tea here.
But yeah, Chris, what were takeaways from the game today? Like, what did you see well? What did you see that they could
We're
improve
fucking
on?
back. It doesn't matter. I mean, everything was well. Matthew Stafford is a god.
Hall of Famer.
I am his child. Matthew Stafford is my father. There was never a doubt going into the last minute and a half that Stafford wasn't going to just sling his third leg around. The best part is the Falcons brought out Arthur Blank, who owns them, and every time he comes out, you always see the memes on Twitter, call out Batman. You know, they always win when he comes out, and Matthew Stafford just put him in a walker,
Oh,
right? I
Jesus.
mean, just put him in a walker, just took him from behind and, you know, showed him how to play football.
Is Galladay 100%?
Yeah. Not to mention Galladay,
17 points. Benched him.
top 3 wide receiver in the league right now. Prove me wrong.
Top 3. Yeah, I
Top
mean,
five?
with Thomas
Top
out,
DeAndre
top 5,
Hopkins,
100%. DeAndre Hopkins so good.
Devontae Adams.
I mean,
Devontae
played all-
Adams is
He's on the Jets. So
in Devontae Adams is
Devontae
on
Adams played for
the
I'm thinking
Packers.
of,
Packers.
who's on the Jets that's really good? The one wide receiver they have.
Um,
It's another Adams, is it not?
No, it's Jamison Crowder.
Crowder. Yeah, I don't know where it
He's
was.
pretty
Okay.
good.
So 2.
I'm trying to think who else is very good. In the
Julio
league.
Jones.
Julio.
Julio
Come on,
Holmes,
guys.
but he's got a hamstring injury, so that's like 2.5.
Okay.
He, after every play, he came out
Juju?
stretched
What
2.5.
do you think about Juju?
Feelin's
Juju's-
insane.
Juju's hot dog shit.
What about the wide
Thielen,
receivers?
Stephon Diggs.
The Raiders.
Thielen.
Wide receiver. the
No,
Raiders.
Nelson Aguilar is not good. Don't even come at me with that one.
Yeah, stop it.
I'm trying to think.
Back
There's
to-
like tight ends. I would say Galladay's up there. He's a good. He's a good.
I'd say
receiver.
top 5.
I
He's a
wouldn't.
stud,
agree with
right?
top 5.
I wouldn't say top 3 though.
Top 5.
Yeah, top 3 might have been ambitious, but he's top 5. I would argue.
Hey,
I would.
AB?
I would.
AB's
He's not
back.
playing, bro.
He's gonna be back.
Just
Tampa
go
Bay
to
got him.
Buccaneers. Sign him to
Yeah, but
Buccaneers.
he's trying to.
I picked him
He's-
up last week.
He's tried to come back 2 different times, and he's been with all different kinds of coach, like super progressive, super like old school with Gruden, and it hasn't worked out.
Very
He's a
true, but
basket
not-
case.
He has the leader of Tom Brady.
he
so
didn't.
can
He
really,
didn't.
like-
Fucking New England.
too. And he had
That's true, but-
Belichick. Ever
And,
since
and then he went to the Raiders and he had freaking Carr and Gruden. Sorry, Smurs. I didn't mean that. Go ahead.
No, you're good. But yeah, I think the Lions are a very good football team, and people should watch out, especially if they get their mojo back and Patricia's defense starts to. I mean, the Falcons put up a ton of points every week, and they held
Right.
them to 22 points. Was it
Yeah, 22, 20,
Mhm.
20
23, 22? It was because there was
Yeah.
16.
Yeah,
22,
yep,
16.
yep.
Yeah, I mean
Mhm.
Prater,
So,
Matty field goals.
Ah.
Love Matt field goals.
yeah, it gave me a heart attack though. He absolutely pushed that one from like 48, and then Amendola last second goes unsportsmanlike contact because he's a cuck. Pushes our extra point after our touchdown back to 48, and I didn't even look at the TV. My hood was quite literally just like this.
You're still
Are
looking.
you
At
that
this.
emotional about the Lions?
Yeah, dude.
Is this your team? Like out of every sport, this is your team.
That's his diehard team.
What
Like
about
the
you, Smir?
Lion-
Is it the Milwaukee Waves?
No, my diehard team is anything Wisconsin Badger.
Oh God.
The Milwaukee Wave?
I've
Hey,
been to one game and it was actually pretty fun.
The Wave?
The Wave.
I've heard it's good. One of our ex alumni played there, so
One of our
Yeah.
coaches.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not naming the
Cats.
college, but he did a pretty good job at coaching.
Regardless, we are drinking the whole Detroit Lions Kool-Aid.
that-
Blue
is that
raspberry
blueberry?
lemonade or whatever this is. We're
Mm.
sipping it. We're drinking it. We're loving it. We're 3-3.
Mm.
We're undefeated as far as I'm concerned. We're undefeated. And we're just
Yeah.
ready. We're 10-6 is still in play. Playoffs are still in play. And the NFC North needs to watch out because we're just splashing cold water on everybody.
I believe the NFC North is Chicago and Green Bay both have a combined 2 losses. So
Chicago's dog shit, though. I honestly, like,
Even
I think you're going to end up finding Chicago like a 5-6 loss team. I don't think they're good. I
with
think
Khalil Mack.
Okay,
Yeah, but they
sure.
don't
Like
have
their
a
defense is
quarterback.
really good, but like Trubisky's so all over the place.
but
Mm.
Nick Foles is the quarterback now.
Yeah, he was
Foles is
called the
quarterback.
starter, right?
He does.
I'm
have
not saying he's
hog.
good. I'm just saying he's the quarterback.
Yeah, he's got a hog too. That always helps him.
Yeah.
Big Dick Nick.
It's also tough when you're dealing with a guy who can run on 3 legs.
Right. Yeah.
It's just hard to compete with.
It's
I like
what we
that.
have to deal with in Detroit with Stafford. So I get it.
Yeah, and Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers.
Mhm.
Aaron Rodgers might have 4 legs, to be honest with you.
Probably
Mm.
just discount double checks the other one around his waist.
Yeah.
I really like that celebration.
Yeah.
That's
I,
sick.
I love the 3 pump. I love the 3 pump.
Oh,
the three
last
pump was
week.
really good.
Did he
Yeah.
get that from Key and Peele? That one skit they did
I
where he's
believe
like
he did.
he was about to do the hip thrust and then the ref is like, do it.
The story
fucking dare
behind
you.
it was he dove into the end zone and his whole team was going to celebrate,
Mhm,
but the dirty hit on him, or like the late hit, I guess what you would say.
mhm.
So his teammates were like arguing with the other team and like going at each other, and he was just waiting like, oh, so no one's
gonna
going to
do
celebrate
this?
with me. And his backup quarterback, Mr. Tim Boyle, came down the
Mm.
sideline and he was going to be the referee, and he's like, well, I got one person with me, so I'm going to do it anyway.
You got to
Yeah.
at this point.
Is
right?
Jordan Love not the backup quarterback? Is he third string?
He is 3rd string.
Really? That's interesting.
He's not going to be anytime soon franchise quarterback until what? We want to say 5 years until Aaron Rodgers retires.
I don't think Jordan Love is going to be the next quarterback for the
I don't
Green Bay
think either.
Packers.
So
I
why
don't-
the hell did they pick him?
The thing is,
'Cause
Aaron
I-
Rodgers can play another 5-6 years. You're not going to have a guy start when he's 28.
I mean, Garoppolo
let's not
sat
get
down for
carried
a couple
away.
years.
Aaron Rodgers is going to run the NFC North for the next 5-6 years.
Oh,
Let's
Jesus.
stop that right now.
King Matthew Stafford is going to go ahead and put his balls on Green Bay's face.
No, I mean Stafford's probably got 2-3 years. I don't think Stafford goes too much longer.
Is he that old?
He's not
I was
old,
like-
but he gets beat to shit every week.
Mm.
And you have
Like
Matt
his-
Patricia at the helm, so that doesn't help either.
Right. It doesn't help at
Mm.
all. Yeah. All we do is we drop back and we hope that our young secondary, who is good, but plays man-to-man defense for 10 minutes at every snap, generally doesn't work. And then you throw Stafford on, who takes 5-6 sacks a game, 2 or 3 of them being like
He-
big hits.
So you wouldn't be surprised if he was the most sacked quarterback in the league right now.
He is
I don't
not,
think
though.
it's that bad, but like it's definitely like it's a thing. Like it
Mhm.
happens and it's talked about. I mean, for Christ's sake, last year he broke his back.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Man.
Cedric,
Tell me. Come on, say it. Say
Real
it.
Madrid.
A la Madrid y nada más. Oh, I was so happy,
They
bro.
win El Clasico.
Bro.
Was that 3-1?
Yeah, I was very excited, man. Like the team was playing well. Sergio Ramos, our captain, our leader with that PK. You know how hard it is to do that a PK like that, where you're just looking at the keeper, you're not even looking at the ball. It's
Dirtiest
actually
player in the
very
game.
hard to do, huh?
Dirtiest player in the game.
I mean, nah, he's not the dirtiest, but anyway, one of the rising star for Real Madrid that I think he's going to be very good is Valverde. He plays defensive midfield, and that's where Casemiro used to play. Casemiro was a dirty player. He would get yellow cards all the time. I understand Sergio Ramos get yellows and reds, but like Casemiro was just dirty. Okay. And so Valverde is a workhorse. He's got long legs. He can go forward. He can go backward. He's young, so he has good stamina. Oh my God! And then Benzema is still doing well. Like he's just fine wine, bro. Just better with age, you know. And he has all these young players around him, so he can like get off that vibe from them. It's great. I think they're playing very well. Obviously, the weekend before was a fluke, and
The weekend before, you mean the week into it too when they got absolutely destroyed by Shakhtar in Champions League too?
Well,
by
I don't
Shakhtar's
recall.
U14s.
Yeah.
I don't recall that game. So
Yeah.
that, like I said, that was a fluke. I think that was on Wednesday, right? Yeah. But yeah, I think we had some serious rebuilding to do between Shakhtar, the end of that game, and this Saturday. Especially, it was El Clasico, which is one of the biggest games in football. I didn't say the biggest, but one of the biggest, I believe.
Was it at
And
the Bernabeu or was it at Camp Nou?
no, that was at Camp Nou, which was very special for us because we haven't won a first-legged Clasico in over I think it was 7 years or something, which is crazy. So it was.
Messi usually drops his fucking nuts on your
Yo, bro,
face.
Messi is so good, bro. I'm a Madrid fan. I love Madrid, even in the era before Ronaldo and after Ronaldo and during Ronaldo. But Messi is just undoubtedly the best. He's the GOAT. That's 100%. Everybody has to agree on that. Even the Real Madrid love diehard fans, worse than me. Okay, are saying no, Ronaldo was the best, or any other player was the best. No, dude, the thing that Messi did on the field with that ball, whoo, it's sexy to watch, man. Hopefully one day I get to watch him live before he retires, because I think he has 3-4 years left, maybe more. I don't know. Especially with this Barca government political bullshit that's going on right now with its institution. He does either 2-3 years with Barca and then leaves, or he does a full 4 years and then retires.
Who, Messi?
Yeah.
He's out.
You think he leaves? He goes to MLS, Inter Miami, baby?
No, I think City pays him.
City?
I think before he retires, he ends up going to the Prem, and I think it's probably going to be in the summer. Well, he tried to get out last summer.
Yes.
City was getting huge amount of money ready to pay him.
Well, speaking of City, fucking tied West Ham. Big West.
God.
Just Chris is just winning this weekend. Jesus Christ. Yeah, tied 1-1. That's a big point game right there. I mean, everybody expected you guys to fucking lose.
West Ham hasn't lost in 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
West Ham is doing well, very well. Yeah,
we're good. We're good from defensive midfield up. Our defense is still dog shit.
You know who's doing very well too? Aston Villa. They haven't lost a game yet. They're what, 4 wins, 1. They actually did lose.
They got absolutely destroyed by Leeds on Friday. They lost.
Oh yeah, that is true. That's true. I forget. I'm sorry. But
speaking of soccer, though, Champions League's back this week.
Very excited.
Oh, dude, I've been missing Champions League so much.
There's not a huge games this week. Tuesday, I mean, you have Shakhtar and Inter, and then
that's a decent game.
And then Madrid against Gladbach.
That'll be a good game. No, I think Gladbach is a defensive, technical team. They're going to pass. They're going to hold well, and I think Madrid is in shambles currently. I think Barca pulled out some of their players that they have been playing because they know Madrid's dog right now.
They put 2 17-year-olds on the pitch to play.
Sergio Dest played, and he was the first American to ever play in the
and Ansu Fati.
That's what I mean, though.
I think that's his name.
Fati, Fati generally plays, or at least gets subbed in. So there, but Serginho just got signed, so it might be hey, come experience the atmosphere. But you guys lost. Madrid lost to Shakhtar's U14s on a Wednesday.
Yeah, we were just technically just fucked
and then lost the game before to Cadiz.
Yeah, I think that carried over to that Champions League game against Shakhtar.
What I mean. Yeah,
we were in shambles. We were trying to put ourselves back together, pull back the pieces, but we didn't do that in time. And I guess Zidane just put his big dick out on Thursday and it's yo, we can't do this shit anymore. I think, especially when we're playing against Barcelona.
I also think a rivalry game's totally different. When you're playing against the biggest rival,
Yeah, I agree. There's more passion.
It's more passion. Obviously, you don't want to lose that game. And Barcelona's beat up on Madrid at Camp Nou so many times that it's okay, well, now we got to play.
Yeah. And, speaking of Barca, they have a big game, but unfortunately, we will have to wait a little bit for that Ronaldo against Messi comeback because, Ronaldo got tested positive again for Corona after his supposedly, after supposed the quarantine. So, I mean, they play at what 4:00 Eastern time on Wednesday. Juve Barca, which is still going to be a great game.
Yeah.
Like Juve has some big time players.
Also Wednesday is United Leipzig. That's also a big game. That's also
Boo.
I like that.
Boo. Nobody likes United. Nobody truly likes United.
I had United to beat Chelsea, so and one of my biggest, the player I really love in Man United is Rashford. Rashford is just
he's
off the field. Oh my God.
Great
he rallied like he got rejected by the government to get money so they can feed, kids that didn't have, those basic
food needs.
Yeah, food needs. And so there's a bunch of restaurants. He reached out and a bunch of restaurants responded. It's like, yo, we're just gonna cook for them for free. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck the government and let's do it ourselves. And he was I think he got anointed too. He got anointed.
Yeah, he got something.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
A bunch of people were like praising him for what he did.
That's crazy. How does the government not back that up? Like, that's a win-win for them.
It's literally,
huh?
That's the second time they would have to thrown out millions of dollars. So that probably had to play. But he received the it's like the Great British Medal, or it's like
is it the MBE?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
British Medal of Excellence, MBE. Yep, there you go. Good call.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. I don't understand this government. So we'll see. Thank you, Rashford, for all the shit you do, and all the stuff you're doing. Like, it doesn't get enough media coverage, not as much as it's supposed to be. But yeah,
crazy. Could you imagine like going hungry, like not being able to?
Dude, that's my greatest fear, dude. Like, imagine me going hungry. Like, imagine I lost everything. I became homeless, bro, and I have to like literally survive for my next meal. See how big I am, bro?
Imagine you not eating.
Dude, I'd be so
20
skinny.
wings in 15 minutes. I couldn't imagine.
I know, like, still winner out there, undefeated. I'm just saying. Well, yeah, I'd look like you, Smurs, just all skinnied up, no muscle.
Eat a lot. I still eat a lot.
I mean, shit. Like, you probably have a great metabolism. That's your thing. Yeah. I hate people that has a great metabolism. They eat complete dog shit. And you see me, I eat like 3 grains of rice and I gain 20 pounds.
I eat
Chris, you can relate to that, right? Like, weight issues and stuff.
I eat. I probably go get fast food 5 times a week.
Dude. I mean, I do eat fast food. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
I really ever pack a lunch.
Oh, I never pack a lunch, and that's probably why my finances suck. Yeah, I hate you.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I stay the same and then I fluctuate up, and I go back to the same and I fluctuate back up. So I'm skinny. I'm what the kids call skinny fat.
You're getting on that dad bod.
It's there.
It also helps I don't drink beer anymore, though.
Very true.
Yeah,
that's one thing I stopped too, is drinking beer and drinking alcohol only on special occasions. Like now,
drinking bourbon.
You
said your biggest fear, though. You said your biggest fear is not being able to eat.
One of my biggest fears. Hell yeah, dude.
What else are fears you have?
Oh, I don't know, man. Getting fucking hit by a car when I'm biking to work. Dude. The first time I went biking, 6 a.m, I get up. It's a 9-mile trek. Not too bad, got enough time in front of me. And I'm cycling down the street. I'm going the opposite way so I can see the cars coming at me. And I didn't have light. What do you mean why? So I can see the cars in front of me.
You were saying, wait, you were going against traffic?
Yeah, against traffic.
You bike with traffic.
And on top of that, when I was going against traffic, my office is actually on that side of the road. So I didn't want to cross the road when I got to the point where I had to. Anyway.
So as you were biking, the headlights were facing you.
Yes, 100%.
Dude, what are you doing?
Dude, if someone's gonna hit me, I'd like to know. I don't want to be caught off guard.
No, but there's usually bike lanes in.
I was in the bike lane.
But you were in the wrong bike lane.
Yeah,
you're in the. You go with the flow of traffic as you're biking. Yeah. You don't go against the grain.
When you run against the grain. Why
is that?
Because as a bike, you're still considered like a vehicle. Like there's
Well,
a
I
bike.
didn't
That's
have
why they ride
lights.
in the road and not on the sidewalks.
Well, yeah, I guess. Well,
Not that I
I didn't
agree with
have
it, but
I didn't have lights, any bike lights. So and there was a portion of the road that's like pitch dark, and there was a car that literally was about to make a right turn. And for people that cycles, okay, there's or people that don't know that don't know the cycling lanes, when you have a right turn on a road, the cycling lane goes in between that right turn and like the forward lanes, you like to go straight. And Jesus Christ, that guy just cut off the bike lane. He almost hit me. I'm like, whoa.
Doesn't
I'm
go
like,
in the
oh,
wrong
this
damn
is
direction.
real. Huh?
you
would've
going the
hit me-
wrong way, you fucking dummy.
Oh, you know, that was scary as shit. I'm like, you know
I'm
what?
gonna
That's
get a hold of
definitely
your
top
mother
five.
and be like,
No,
hey, you need to
don't do
watch
that.
your child.
Don't
Yeah.
do that. She was
You
gonna
need-
call
you
me
need
every
to-
morning.
Take him back to Miami.
Yeah, bring him back.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here to make a
Put
change
him back in
Fort
his
Myers.
closet full of red meat so he can get gout again.
Yeah.
Hey, gout is not a big problem.
It
You
is.
just gotta manage it.
It's a
little
problem for
bit.
someone who's 24 years old, 25,
Very
whatever
true.
you are.
But
Shouldn't
it'd be
have gout.
well. What about you, Smurs? What the hell is your fears?
I think my biggest fear is heights.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I like helicopters.
I don't know, no, let's just say flying, right? If I'm
Mm.
flying in an airplane, like going up and coming down, like I hate looking out the window and like seeing like how high I'm up. Once I'm like in the air, I'm fine. With roller coasters, don't do roller coasters whatsoever. I hate them.
Yeah, same. I can't do roller coasters.
When I was little,
Roller
and
coasters
we would
scare
go
me.
over when I was little, and we would go over a bridge, like when my parents would drive. I would fucking shit my pants almost every time we would do it. I would close my eyes, just because I hate it. I never got over it. I know some people say like if you skydive and like that'll kind of let you get over your fear.
Fuck that shit.
But still, no, I don't trust another man to be nut to butt on my ass
100% agree.
and controlling the parachute. No way.
Mhm.
You have two
Yeah.
parachutes. I'll fucking cut it. Like I'll do something to end up dying. I'm dumb. I'm not
Dude,
smart enough to do it.
Yeah, the fear heights, oh man. Now my worst, I fly a lot. I've flown a lot in my life, and the taking off and landing is not really the biggest problem because I know I'm going down, so it's okay. But it's when you're at like 33,000 feet and you're coasting, you get a little bit of the shaky shakes, a little turbulence, and you're like, God damn. Like I remember one time, man, there was a little turbulence, and then there was like apparently it was bad wind, they call it, I guess. And the pilot had to drop a couple, like maybe I think it was like 30 or 40 feet to kind of get the better air. Jesus Christ, like when that thing falls down, your balls are in your throat, you're like, oh my God, like you have no control. You can't control anything. That's why I prefer driving over flying. But
the ball's not in your hand. I will say I've never had balls in my throat. I would say they were in my stomach, but I will never say I've had balls in my throat.
It went all the way up. It was bad.
Yikes.
How about you, Chris? What's your biggest fear there, Big Daddy?
Well, I have a lot, so we could spend a whole episode on this. What's my biggest fear?
The Lions not making a Super Bowl in your lifetime.
Well,
It's a lot of fear.
It's a reality.
It's not reality. You shut your mouth. You'll say it. You'll say it.
A typical one would be fear of darks, but I like to sleep completely in darkness.
Fear
I like
dark.
the demons. I like the demons to tickle my toes when they're hanging off the bed.
I know.
I do that too.
I can't do that. Can't do it. Yeah, no, I'm 24, about to be 25 here, and I'm afraid of the dark.
Yeah.
Like when I like, we have a finished Michigan basement, and every time I go to shut the lights, I am ass to elbows, pretty much like I end up bear crawling up the stairs, if you can picture that, because I just don't trust myself to run normally up the stairs. So I like bear crawl and I'm Bambi galloping through a forest trying to get away from a hunter. But really it's just like 10 feet of stairs that's throwing my life into shambles.
You don't so you go to sleep with a nightlight?
Nope, sleep pitch dark.
What? That makes no sense.
Yeah, nope. I close my eyes and I hope that I wake up. And that's just I make sure my closet doors are mirrored. I make sure those are shut. That's how the demons get in. And then I sleep pitch dark. I'm also afraid of clowns. That's anybody that is smiling all the time and is that good with children I'm
They
just
have
not
a
a fan
problem.
of. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of.
So you would never watch the movie It?
Oh no, I have not. And so I watch a lot of YouTube, and every now and again, it too pops up as an ad, and I immediately close YouTube. We used to have this.
You don't just close your eyes?
Oh no, I close it. Like we used to have this big cutout of Bozo the clown. This is like way back when, if you guys remember that. Basically looked like Ronald McDonald, but like a cardboard cutout. And I used to like not go in my parents' laundry room, because at the very bottom of it, like tucked in the corner, like you really couldn't even see it. But like I knew Bozo was there. So I just didn't go in the door because he scared the living shit out of me. I just couldn't do it.
Jesus
So it's
Christ.
the dark, clowns, spiders. Can't do spiders.
I don't. I can put them in my hand, let them crawl over me.
No.
Oh God.
I don't.
No. As a matter of fact, every time I kill a spider, I tweet about it, so I let everybody know how masculine I am.
Dude, I'm scared of spiders, but it's not that bad. But I'm not a spider lover where I have it crawl on my neck and in my eyes and like play in my hair. Jesus
I don't think many
Christ.
people have spiders crawl in their eyes, but all right.
I mean, they're just there on their faces. Ugh. Just give me the hibba-jibbas.
I did take the time to look up the 10 most common fears, and I want to hear your thoughts about it. So, number one most common fear that I see is the fear of spiders.
Really? That's the most common one?
They're the worst. You ever seen Lord of the Rings? The dude just coming
those
out.
big ass spiders. Oh, and they wrapped up. Was it Frodo? They wrapped him up.
Bilbo, Frodo, Homo. It doesn't matter. It's all of them.
The next one is fear of snakes.
Yeah, that's another one. I have that. I have fear of snakes. I hate snakes. I can like.
I'm not
the
gonna buy one.
The people who keep snakes as pets should be in the same mental institution as Hannibal Lecter, and I hope Hannibal Lecter gets them before they get their snakes.
Dude, that was a big problem in Florida because of these people that buy snakes and they get too big and they release them in the Everglades and they think, it's gonna be fine. They're invasive species. These shits.
Yes, that's why. Yeah, and I'm not going to Florida ever.
I've actually held a snake. I've actually held a python.
Well, I've held so when you go to like Disneyland or something, like way back when, you can hold like the yellow and like white one. It looks like the popcorn jelly bean. I don't know if that helps anybody. But it's just like huge, like it's not going to do anything. And they're like, "Oh, touch it." And like, okay, I've done that. But like, even if I see like a water snake or like a small gardener snake, I'm immediately calling my mother.
Yeah, you also got to change your underwear because they're
100%. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just not even a doubt in the world.
That's number two.
Number two. Next one is fear of heights.
I'll also have that. So
I've been to
right now. I'm 3 for 3. I'm hot and fierce.
Dude, I went to Empire State Building and thank God they had like a lot of reinforcement. The scariest part is going up the elevator. You have literally like strings of metal holding that elevator, and you have like 10 people, and you know it's over 3,000 pounds. Because
I've also wondered, like, if you fall from an elevator, if you timed your jump and you jumped before you hit the ground, would that save your life?
It depends how high you're going, dude. Like,
because if you're falling and you're going at like so gravity's taking you, and then however fast it's falling, but if you jump, you're taking away from that speed.
Yeah,
so
but
when you hit, do you die? Because you don't die.
You're still going slower than the speed that's going down, so it wouldn't offset.
Oh, this is over my head. I think you die either way.
Okay. So number
but they do
4.
have springs. They do have springs. Like at the bottom of the elevator, they have little springs, but that's not gonna help shit.
Yeah, but if you're a grown ass man free falling, you're not gonna get stopped by springs.
Very true.
Also,
just a fact.
In the Empire State Building and whatever, the Sears Tower, whatever is in Chicago, like the people who like want to go out on that ledge where you look down and it's just pure concrete. Fuck that. Fuck that. You're fucking insane. You're a psychopath. I hate you if you want to do it. I don't like it.
These people have adrenaline.
Everybody, you know what they should do is they should take everybody who likes to go out on that ledge. They should take the snake people and the spider people, and they should just shove them in the same room. It should just be Survivor.
Yeah.
Survivor of the mentally ill. Not mentally ill as in like depression and anxiety. Mentally ill as in like you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just Survivor, the top of the Sears Tower, whatever it is in Chicago.
Yeah, I don't like those things. There's those glass bridges that go across like big mounds or whatever there are, like passes.
I could
Oh
puke.
man. Oh
Number 4, fear of flying.
yeah.
I don't have that.
I have
four.
that.
I say I would have a little bit because like whenever like the plane's going down, I fucking freak out and think that I'm gonna die every time.
I get religious again every time I go on a plane. I get very religious. Like God, if it's a time, man, just fucking take me, man. Don't survive. Don't let me survive with a fucking broken leg, bro. Impact, please, because that is scary as fuck.
I think
it sucks.
I also think we're gonna go 0 for 3 on this next one.
What?
Fear of dogs is number 5.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah, unfortunately, I have 3 at home, so that one's gonna be a tough sell for everybody. All right, so I'm 3 for 5.
I have a cat, but like dogs
they're fine. I love
my
dogs.
little brother got bitten in the head by a dog. It was
I've been attacked by a dog, but I still have 3 at home.
really. It was a Rottweiler. Those nice
what mine
black
was.
and gold dog, and he was
been
just
attacked-
running around,
I've been
bit
attacked
him
by
right in the
Cedric.
fucking head.
That's basically being attacked by a dog.
It's like a small bear.
No, he never liked dog for a long time until
It's like a Kodiak bear cub.
Next one,
Yeah.
fear of thunder and lightning.
Nah, that's nothing.
No, I like watching storms. 3 for 6.
Yeah.
This one, it depends. It's like 50-50 with me. Fear of injections.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I
I'd
can't
be
do
a nice
needles.
heroin addict. Needles are fine for me. It's okay.
I can't.
Stick me.
So like, yeah, I can't do needles. I can't do it. So
So
like,
you don't
when I
give
go
blood?
unless I have to. I don't really care that much about other people. So like, if I
Oh, motherfucker.
if I go get blood, like I tell the people like, hey, I'm gonna look away, and if you count down, I'm going to move my arm.
Yeah, just stick it in.
Just stick it in. But then like once it's in, I can watch like the whole process.
Mm.
But like
had
that
one-
initial little poke, like I remember quite literally being like 12 years old, like way past the fear of needles, and like doing laps around a small doctor's room, trying to avoid somebody giving me like a flu shot where they're not even like, they're just like a prick in the shoulder.
Mhm.
I can't do it.
I had a doctor who was like, all right, are you a fan of needles? I was like, yeah, it's fine. He's like, all right, I'm gonna count to 3 and inject it. And went 1 and stuck it in. And I was like, I told you, I'm not afraid of needles. You can count to 3, like you can just do it. It's like,
Well, they also do that when someone has a dislocated shoulder or anything that's really dislocated, so that they don't like flinch too hard. Like for like my little brother dislocated his shoulder twice in the past like year and a half, and he says, "Oh, we're gonna count to 3 and we're gonna put it right back." And they do 1 and then 2 and then they do it right away so that you don't tense up and mess up the process. So I'm guessing it's kind of the same with injections. But yeah.
I don't know. I don't have it, so I'm like 1 for 7. Like, or I'm like
I'm-
2 for 7 right now.
I'm 4 for 7. So if that gives you any insight to my wonderful lifestyle.
The next one is social fear of social situations.
5 for 8, boys.
Holy
5 for
shit.
8.
I mean, it's not that bad for me. I like to socialize. Back in high school, I was very timid. I was shy. I would just sit around, in the back with a couple like 3 or 4 friends and then stay there. And every time we'd have to go to social gatherings. I remember my first party in high school. And I go with this friend. He's like, dude, it's gonna be fine. Everybody, at Heritage or whatever school it was. And we go in and I was just afraid. I didn't want to talk. I was frozen a little bit, but all that changed in college, when college started and the drinking started, it's like, oh, that's easy.
I'm
Nothing
2 for
crazy.
8.
Yeah.
I'm 2 for 8. And
I'm
Chris is
5
literally
for-
5 for 8.
I'm
Chris is
five-
Chris,
What's wrong with you?
I have incredible social anxiety.
Oh man, I remember at the Goat House, you would just sit next to the TV and just be the DJ,
Yeah,
so
why
he doesn't
why'd
have
you
to
think
talk
I
to
did
anyone.
that? Yeah, why'd you think I did that?
Oh yeah, I remember that shit. That was funny.
Number 9 involves fear of being alone.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
that's fine. I'm by myself most of the time. Chris,
Chris is shooting
6 for 9.
Dude, you're-
66%.
you're living by yourself right now.
It doesn't mean I'm not scared 24/7.
The fear of being alone doesn't mean that you don't mind being by yourself. It means that you're scared to be alone, like for a long period of time.
I mean,
That's
I've been-
that's the fear.
when you say a long period of time, what's this time
Like-
frame? Like
You're
a
alone,
week?
like you're alone, like for the rest of your life, and like that stuff. Like
Oh,
that.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
the
I
fear
mean,
of being alone.
I think everybody has that a level of that fear. Like you want to be able to, like, humans are programmed to, like, you have to leave a legacy and this and that. So
I don't think that's necessarily true.
Actually,
mean,
it's not. I'm
come
sorry.
on. You're not saying that you want to leave kids with your name and this and that so that they can carry on and be successful under your name and this and that. No.
With what I got going on, I mean, right now it's probably it's very
Well,
much up in the air.
Oh man, your kids have to be proud with your last name, man.
I actually misread that one, and it's not what the fear means. It's the type of fear that includes fear of like crowded areas,
Oh, yeah.
or like
Yeah.
open spaces, like not having anyone around you, like that area. It's like going
Oh.
like it's like having a like being at a party and like it's legit no one there, and like you're just by
Shoulder.
yourself. That is the
Yeah.
fear.
So I'm 6.5 for 9.
That happened to me last night. In my culture in Haiti, when they say, parties at 5 p.m., you get there at 8, and you might still be one of the first people there. I mean, I don't fucking get it, but that's the culture. And I went to a party of one of my old friends, and they said 5 o'clock, and I'm like, since we're in the U.S., I'm guessing people are going to be punctual. But it was a bunch of Haitians that were invited, so they got there at, I think, 7:30, and I got there at 5:20. I thought I was going to be late. I was going to send them a text saying, yo, I'm going to be a little late, this and that. But I was the first one there, and I was there for a good, like, hour and a half, 2 hours. Like, I was helping out making food and shit. That's how early I was. So,
Chris,
funny.
I don't think this one's you. Fear of germs and dirt.
You'd be quite surprised.
no, I'm okay with that.
I'm not saying fear of like COVID. I'm saying fear of like germs. Like you afraid of getting sick? Like do you excessively clean your hands,
No.
avoid stuff where it's
Not
perceived
like a
as
regular
dirty?
amount, but I'm not like OCD. Like have to do it 5 times before I
What's
leave
the
the
name?
house.
What's the name of that guy in America's Got Talent? Howie? think
Yeah,
that's him?
Mandel.
The bald guy that's really OCD with that shit. I mean,
Yeah.
not a big deal, man. You get a little dirt in your hands, I'll keep eating. Nothing crazy with that. But yeah,
Those are the 10.
that,
Chris went.
that was the top 10. What were you at, Chris?
6.5 out of 10.
I was
I was like 3
2
or
for 10.
4. Yeah.
Well, must be nice, guys. Glad we broadcasted that.
For anyone who's listening, please
Oh.
message Chris and give him your best wishes because Chris is scared of a lot.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
ask
Send-
if I'm okay, and then don't be upset if I don't respond because
No.
I'm too afraid and don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Ask if he's okay, and then send a picture of a clown just to make him happy.
Yep. Or a spider. Doesn't matter.
Or a spider. I mean,
I can
spiders
see- I
and
can see-
pictures is fine.
Like spiders and snakes, I can see pictures of. Clowns, on the other hand, like I'm not gonna like freak out and throw my phone, but like when I lay down to go to bed that night, I'm
You
like,
gotta think about it.
yeah, like Bozo's gonna pop in my head. Like tonight, I very well may not sleep because we've talked about clowns for 5 minutes.
Okay. You can
Chris,
text me. I'll be
I'm
up.
just saying, if you get a text from me around 11 o'clock, do not answer or do not look at it.
You will be having you will have a podcast with 2 people.
That was funny, man.
We can laugh
Oh.
a joke, but
I won't
Very
send it. I won't send it because you could send something right back to me about a demon or something, and I would be in the same situation you'd be.
Oh,
I can't do
man.
horror movies. I can't do horror movies. I will
What?
not- I
That's
will
the
not-
best.
I will not watch a horror movie that's like okay. I can do like Saw and shit, but I can't
that's
do
easy.
like I can do like movies about killing people, like Final Destination, like Saw.
Those are not scary movies. Those are just gory movies. But like, I'm
Yeah.
talking about the sinister where people get possessed based on true events, and you gotta, it just jumps at you. I love being scared, and I have no problem sleeping after that. But I love being scared. The one thing that
just
bothers me from sleeping is when I watch these documentaries about like real murders and serial murders, especially in my area. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like,
Yeah.
it can be any of these people.
Jeffrey.
That's
Epstein.
scary. Yeah, he didn't kill himself.
Where did? That's a take. That's a take.
Yeah.
Question for
Yeah.
you: how far away did that happen? Like, how far did he lived in the Keys, right?
Yeah, that's very far from
Not
the
from
Keys.
from where you grew up, like, because you grew up towards South Beach.
Yeah, I grew up in I grew up first of all in Haiti, and then I moved to the US in 2010 legally.
You grew up in Cirque du Soleil where they eat the cakes.
Exactly. So anyways, after 2010 I moved to the US because of that big earthquake that happened, and I was in Fort Lauderdale, So the Keys is about, it depends on which island, but Key West, for like the most popular one, Key West, is about 4 hours away. So it's 4 hours south. So it's a good amount of drive away.
So that's
But
like me going from Grand Rapids in Michigan all the
yeah,
way to Milwaukee.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Put it in
shit.
perspective.
Yeah, there's a part where you leave the main lane to start going on the little islands, and it's only one lane. So that's what really like makes the traffic or the amount of time so long. But if they opened that up and did 2 lanes on each side, I bet it'd be less, under 4 hours for sure. But yeah.
That's crazy. I
Mhm.
couldn't even imagine like just driving 4 hours like
Dude,
that.
didn't you have a serial killer in Milwaukee? What's his freaking name?
Jeffrey Dahmer, not Jeffrey
Yeah.
Dahmer from The Ringer. Jeffrey
I actually
Dahmer.
saw his file. I actually
Really?
saw his file at the medical examiner's office in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
They
he was
let us,
crazy.
yeah, they let us go in their libraries, and they're like, "Yo, you have to leave your phone outside because you can't take pictures." And
You should have stole
oh,
it.
And
Jesus,
you just
dude.
decided to, hey, I'm gonna look up Jeffrey Dahmer. That's pretty bold.
I mean, that's probably the first one I'd go to,
Yeah,
knowing he's a Milwaukee native.
yeah,
yeah, I think he lived on the south side of Milwaukee.
dude. You know what they had to do? People kept going to his apartment, or yeah, his apartment where all those hideous stuff happened, and they would like look at it, take pictures, and like, oh, this is where he did all his things and this and that, and the police had to shut that down. That's how bad it was. I think they demolished that building.
Yeah, he basically what he did was he would just take kids or teenagers, rape them, and think
Yeah.
you
Take
could
him to
kill
the
'em.
hotel across from the rave. Said no, seriously. Said,
Oh,
you know
really?
that bar across the rave we would go to get drinks before
Yeah.
concerts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hotel.
It's
Oh.
not the Fister, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like right across from the rave.
Yo, that's too close. That's too
Milwaukee-
close for comfort.
There's actually a bunch of places in Milwaukee that are like super haunted, like super like have.
I
known
don't
for
believe in that
demons.
haunted bullshit. Come
Yeah.
on, dude.
You realize that the scary movies that you love watching are based on fucking true stories. Like these
Yeah.
aren't just people making this up; they're making movies about it. So why don't you say that it's real?
I don't think like Casper the Friendly Ghost is gonna come and tap my shoulder and say, "Hey, what's up, dude?" Like,
It's not Casper the Friendly Ghost, but when you see something fucking moving in your room at 3
dude,
in the
I
morning,
will literally take a sleeping bag and literally sleep in a haunted house. I'm dead serious. I would do it for free.
All right, on Wednesday in the next podcast, Sad will be in a insane asylum, an abandoned one, and we'll see how he does.
Oh, tell us. Are we gonna tell who's our guest for?
I just want to point out the fact that I just went for 6.5 out of 10 fears, arguably 7 given the alone one, and we have spent the last 10 minutes talking about murders, serial killers. As I'm
Are you
45
sleeping
minutes
tonight, Chris?
45 minutes away from quite literally anybody. So I appreciate this. I'm very happy you guys thought this would be great.
Well,
I'm just happy I can contribute to the podcast. Thank you very much.
so much, Chris Small. Thank you so much. But
Yeah.
you want to tell them what's our special guest for our next episode?
Big guest on Wednesday. But Chris, I
Mhm.
first want to say that if you ever need me, you can always call me and I can sing you a soothing lullaby.
Same.
See, I don't
have a
believe
great
that because
voice.
both you and Fat Cat over there just spent 10 minutes talking about demons and everything I admittedly said, hey, I don't like. On top of, hey, when I think of these things, I don't sleep well. And you guys both just went on a fucking tangent.
I'm sorry.
On a Sunday night.
Chris, I'm just letting you know I'm serious. If you
Oh.
want to call me tonight and say, hey, I can't sleep, I will sing you.
Suck
whatever
my
song
dick
you
from the
want.
back.
I will. But on Wednesday or on Thursday, the podcast will be dropping. Again, you can listen to it on Spotify or Apple Music. Watch us on YouTube when you're at work and have nothing to do because no one does anything at work anyway. Give us a view. Adam
Subscribe, like.
Adam Marshall will be on Thursday. We are going to be trying to drop them a little earlier in the day, so around 1 o'clock Central Time. So yeah, again, subscribe, like, whatever you want to do. Thank you to everyone who listens to us.
Awesome.
A Twitter poll is out. Will it be might be changing the name.
We'll see. Very excited.
See what's going on. We're excited. We're excited to move forward from it. And thank you everyone who's listening. We'll see you Thursday.
Peace.